Hello guys, FX Bright the Trade Guru here. Now listen, on this video I will be exposing to you guys the secret to trading Confluence. Listen guys, this video is going to be the video that will make you a guru. It will change your trading forever. Most people don't know how to spot areas where the market will be making very profitable buys and sells, and I want to show you guys for free. So watch this video to the end and become a guru. Now I'm going to let the intro and the disclaimer roll, and I will see you guys just after the break. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to understand is that price is trying to find itself a confluence. But to understand confluence, you have to understand how the price moves. For instance, price always tries to move in some type of pattern. So let's assume, for instance, a channel. Maybe price is moving now in a channel. Now, in this particular move of the channel, what will we find out? Let's assume this is the top side of the channel and this is the bottom side of the channel. So when price is about to come down, it will also be coming down in another pattern. Let's assume also another channel. What you will see is that a confluence will arise somewhere when price gets to this point. So you can see price being at this point. What you will see is that this particular point will become a support for price. But when you look to this left side, you're also probably going to find another horizontal resistance around this point. So what you will see is that this particular area will become a confluence area and price will begin to move up. What I'm saying is this particular area here, there are two or more buy signals in that particular area. This is what causes price to move in a certain direction. So the errors people make is that they think that price is going to buy because price has gotten to a support or a resistance zone. For instance, if price is just hitting up a support zone at this point, you understand? So people think that when price is going to come back to hit this zone, price is supposed to sell, all because this point is a resistance zone. No, the only reason why you're going to take an entry on this resistance zone is because another information has come on this particular point to tell you that price is also going to sell. What I'm saying is that if you look to the left of your market, maybe another line is traveling from another place and intersecting at this side. Once they intersect at this side, you can now begin to see that this point is where price is going to sell from. So this is where you take your sell in the market. Now, if this is confusing, don't worry. I just wanted to do a graphical representation of my idea to you. So I'm going to go into the chart right now so we can see live examples of how this happens and how you can be able to take these trades when it happens. Alright guys, so let's take a look at this example. Now take a look at this market, for instance. Let's start analyzing the market from this side. So I want you guys to see what goes on, and so you can be able to implement these ideas when you enter the market. Now take a look at this. Now the market was here for instance, came up and came down. Now you can see obviously that the market has started forming like a higher highs, right? A higher lows rather. So you can see the market came up again and form another higher low. So looking at this higher low, and this higher low, already you can see the market is already doing something. So what you want to do as a trader is that you want to take out your Trendline tool. Now I'm just trying to show you guys just a simple example of how you can analyze the market to find good areas for confluence, right, that you will be able to trade. Now if I draw the line, a line from here to capture these 3 points, 1 2 3, and I stretch it all the way to the future, what you can find is that this point also, remember I was able to capture these 3 points, this one, 2 and 3. Now when you stretch it all the way to the future, you will see how the market was able to bounce on this one. But what I want you to understand is that the reason we would have been able to trade the bounce when the market gets to this point is not because of this line alone. What you will do is that when the market has been able to drop down all the way to this line, what you have to do to confirm that this particular point is going to be an area for you to make a buy is that when you look to the left, you're supposed to find another support zone, right? You're supposed to find another line that signals a support zone. Now listen, this particular line coming up is a trend line, so you can look for maybe another trend line or probably another horizontal line. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take out my zone tool and try to see whether this particular point has a good support zone. So you can see how the market was able to bounce on this side, and if I stretch it, you will see that this point has been able to serve as a good support zone for price. So you can see that this side market was able to break, come here, bounce, break, came here, bounce, like did some reaction around this point, and you see this particular point is a very good confluence zone. So when the market is coming down all the way to this point, you can see that this line and this horizontal support zone made a meeting on this particular point. So this particular point becomes a confluence zone. So it is at this side you begin to take your buys, not any other place, right? So I hope you're able to understand what I'm talking about. You don't take a buy because the market has gotten to a support or resistance zone. All you will be finding is another line that is able to confluence with you at that point. So guys, I'm going to stretch up this line. So in this point, you'll be taking a buy, right? So you can take a buy, and I like to take my Fibonacci. I like to use the Fibonacci to make an exit. For instance, I just draw the Fibonacci from here to here, right? And in most cases, I'll be taking out my exits somewhere around the 78.6 Fibonacci, right? So I put my SL just below, because see guys, if the market was able to drop down, wait, let me delete this for a bit. If the market is able to drop down, it has to fight two people. The first people it will fight is the people from this horizontal zone. The second people it will fight is the people from this inclined zone, this trend line zone. So two of them meeting here becomes more powerful and make it a little bit more impossible for the price to break through. So this is why the price will most likely buy. So let's stretch it all the way into the future and see how price was able to react to all the zones now. So if we stretch it, right, like this is a market that has already happened, but I'm just trying to use this to show you guys something. Now look at this, for instance. You can see how this trend line also went all the way into the future somewhere around here. You can see the market was out here bouncing, but it was bouncing and it didn't get to this trend line. There is a possibility for you to look to the left and also find a good support zone for why the price is bouncing, but that is not the reason we'll be taking the trade. For instance, if you look at this side, you will see that here was a very good support zone. So it's possible for the market to have been coming here and making all these bounces, right? But this is not the one you will take. Why won't you take this? Because there is no confluence. Remember, this is the baseline, this is the base trend line making this market go up. So the market found some other good support here and started bouncing on those support, but those support does not concern you. You don't have to concern yourself with those support. All you have to do is to wait patiently for the market to come and bounce on this one and bounce on a very good confluence zone. So now if you look to this side of the market, what you will find is that the market has been able to get all the way down to this our baseline. So the next thing we really want to look for is the confluence. So if I stretch this line all the way to the future, so you can see how that this particular point and this line confluenced around this point. So this point becomes a strong support area for price to make the bounce. So you can see how when price came all the way to this point and bounced off this point, price started flying up. Another way to understand that this market is about to really take the buy up is that you can be able to even draw a trend line up from this top all the way to this bottom, and if you're able to find a breakout from this trend, you can also take a buy. But I'm trying to make you understand that the moment price is able to find this confluence of two zones around this point where this horizontal and this incline are meeting at this point, the moment price is able to find that point, price will find it very almost difficult to break through to the downside, right? price will find it very difficult to break through. So at this point, you can start going to your lower time frames to find a W pattern or whatever pattern you can use to enter the market, and take a very, very good buy. So also, if you go into the, let's stretch this line a little bit. So I'm going to stretch it. I want you guys to see something. I'm going to stretch it into the future. So I want you guys to just see what happened somewhere around this point. Now you can see how price was able to come down all the way to this point and finally break. Now the reason why price can finally break here is because that place was not a confluence zone. So if I put you can see the support zone price was forming at the top here. So you can see how price was able to come all the way, form a support zone at this top here, and broke it. It broke it, but you can see how this zone and this trend line zone are far apart. So they didn't confluence. So price found it easy to break each of them one by one. So price broke this top one and broke this one, and you can obviously see that price has successfully been able to break through the both of them, and we might probably be in for a downtrend at this point. But once they were inclined together, they aligned themselves together. It's just the more you unite, the more powerful you get. So they united here, so they were more powerful, and price wasn't able to break. But the moment they were separated, where the lines, the horizontal line and the inclined line, were separated, price was able to come down, break the two of them individually, and found this breakthrough to the downwards direction. So guys, this is how to take trades if you want to be very, very profitable. You look for the confluence area and you place your buy when the price gets to the confluence of lines. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. I will see you guys in my next video. This is FX Bright, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I will be giving you guys very, very good content. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.